In the Target Management Client, in Setup and Front-End options, we have a number of options related to the Target front-end, to the Target Windows Client. For instance, the splash screen thing here. It's currently set to default, and if nothing has changed, then whenever the end user logs on through the Windows client or the Anywhere client, they will see the splash screen upon opening the client. They have the option here to say that they don't want to see the splash screen again the next time they log into the Target client, but otherwise it'll pop up every time they open the client. You, as the administrator, also have the option to totally disable the splash screen or to add a custom URL. And normally that would probably be in internal web page that you put in here. Now for the example, just put in the Wikipedia URL. And you also need to give it a menu name here. So I'll just call it internal info. Okay on that. And now when the end users log in through the client, and now you can see the splash screen is the Wikipedia URL page. Now I choose not to see this splash screen again, so next time I log in I won't see it. Let's have a look at some of the other options. For instance, down here, splash screen, if the end users have chosen not to see the splash screen again, you can actually still enforce displaying the clients by using this option. This one up here, client-side number formatting, simply means that when it's enabled, as it is by default, then all your numbers will follow the language that you have set in your target client. So for instance here, if you look at the thousand separators, which are commas, and decimal separators, which are dots in this case, that's because I'm working with the US English language interface. If I change that to, let's say, a Danish language interface, I'll need to restart my client in order to do that. You'll see that the number formatting will adhere to the client-side number formatting, to the client-side language, and now with the Danish language we got dots as thousand separators and commas as decimal separators. This one here, data request cache, these are some options you can start tweaking, but you should only do that if you experience performance issues with your clients. The client update thing here by default is set to update automatically, and it simply means that when you do an update of your target server, your Windows application clients will also need to be updated, but it will simply do that automatically the next time the end users log on with the Windows client. You can give it a name, the shortcut a name, you can give it an icon. This one here, redirect to server. Suppose that you install Target on a different server, on a new server, but people are still logging on with the shortcut, Windows desktop shortcut like this, pointing to localhost or to the old server. Now, by putting in the correct URL here, they will be automatically redirected to the new server.